the joy of Gemstones is the fact that it's unique to each child. So we can look at things that are concerning for that child or worrying for that child, and then through discussion with Gemstones come up with some targets of things that we want to improve, and that they're for a fixed period of time. So that might be 6 weeks, it might be 10 weeks, it could be longer. We've had children working for all different lengths of time, but it's very focused. One of the most important things is the fact that before we start, we take a baseline. We look at how a child's scoring in terms of their motivation, their enthusiasm, their behaviour. So we've got a baseline. We set some targets, which is all about actually children being able to manage their feelings, manage their emotions, get the focus back onto learning, because you can't learn when your mind is full of other things and full of other worries. And then when we come back to it and do another behaviour assessment, a QCA test, and we can see the progress. So sometimes in the first 6 to 10 weeks, you might not see the progress in terms of national curriculum levels, but you can see it in terms of well-being. And once a child feels in a good place, their head is not clouded with I can't, or I won't, or I'm worrying about what's going on elsewhere, then you start to see the accelerated learning. So we look at what it is we want to change, and then we review it. It doesn't work in isolation. So as much as possible, children are supported within the family group. So they might be working with siblings, parents might come in and work alongside their children. So the results that we've seen over the years with different issues have benefited the wider family, not just that child. Or if a child's got a problem within their social group, within the class, then inviting peers to come in and build better relationships that way. So there's no kind of one package fits all. It's absolutely bespoke. It's good value for money, because you're getting the experience, you're getting the support package not only for the children and their family, but also for the class teacher. So there's feedback for the class teacher, there's feedback for senior leadership team. So we've got things that we can be working on in terms of the amount of time and the ripples of the support that go from it. It's excellent value for money. One of the benefits of buying in Gemstones is that if my budget is completely restrained, then I can have less Gemstones. It's not the same as having a member of staff that I've then got to issue redundancy to and go down that whole route. The other aspect of Gemstones is that you are buying in expertise. And all the most recent research shows that a Velcroed LSA to a child doesn't improve either their learning behaviour or their socialisation. They spend all day with a grown-up, they don't have such good relationships with other children. And the children that we're aiming to support are children who are either very anxious or are very angry or have been very damaged. And they need to develop social relationships, and they need to develop resilience. So actually having a specialist working with them for a whole morning, for 6 or 10 weeks, or however long that takes, they can then go out and practice those skills in the classroom that they've been using in the Gemstones session. The class teacher's got actions to follow up. The LSA can follow up actions. So for us, it gives us the expertise, but also it gives us the flexibility when money is tight, that we can have more or less of it. I mean, we had a period of time when we had to cut back the number of sessions, and then more recently we've been able to increase them. So always at the back of my mind I'm thinking, okay, so might want to reduce their hours or might be coming up to retirement. Actually that releases a pot of money that I can then use for Gemstones, or it might be for speech and language therapy, depending on the need. But it gives me the flexibility without the responsibility of a full-time member of staff.